You've certainly heard the fascinating story of Moses, the man who challenged an empire and led the Israelites to freedom, breaking the chains of slavery in Egypt. But there's one question few ask. Who was the Pharaoh that faced Moses? The book of Exodus describes a stubborn ruler who resisted the signs and wonders of the God of Israel until the very end. But what was his name? Who was the man behind the crown, whose hardened heart brought Egypt to chaos? Today, we embark on an intriguing journey to explore this question, examining both historical and biblical evidence to uncover the identity of this enigmatic Pharaoh. The identity of the Pharaoh mentioned in Exodus has been debated for centuries. He was the ruler who defied God, had his heart hardened, and refused to release the Israelite slaves, triggering the devastating plagues that ravaged Egypt. The Bible frequently references various pharaohs, including the one who interacted with Abraham, the one who elevated Joseph to prominence, and of course the one who faced Moses. A widely held belief, reinforced by films and TV shows, associates the Pharaoh of the Exodus with Ramses II, one of Egypt's most famous rulers. However, this theory presents inconsistencies, particularly regarding biblical chronology. According to the scriptures, the traditional date of the Exodus does not align with Ramses II's reign, making it unlikely that he was the Pharaoh in question. Scholars have proposed alternative candidates, suggesting that the true Pharaoh of the Exodus may have been a lesser-known ruler who better fits the historical and biblical context. Among the frequently mentioned names are Dudimos from the Hyksos dynasty and Amenhotep II, both of whom align with certain biblical descriptions. This search for the Pharaoh's identity is more than historical curiosity. It's a key to understanding the geopolitical and religious climate of the time. As we delve deeper, we realize that identifying this Pharaoh requires a thorough analysis of historical, archaeological, and theological sources. After all, knowing who truly ruled Egypt during this period could shed new light on one of the most significant events in both the Bible and human history. For years, many believed Ramses II was the Pharaoh of the Exodus, but archaeological discoveries challenge this view. First, there is no evidence that Ramses II ever engaged in battle against enslaved Semitic groups within Egypt. Additionally, historical records suggest that during his reign, the Semitic presence in Egypt was not as large as commonly assumed, further weakening this theory. One of the most intriguing discoveries that contradicts this idea is the Merneptah Stele, a monument of extreme historical significance. This artifact, belonging to Pharaoh Merneptah, the son and successor of Ramses II, contains one of the first extra-biblical mentions of Israel. The inscription details his military campaigns and explicitly refers to Israel as an established nation in Canaan, rather than as an enslaved people in Egypt. This revelation is crucial because it implies that by Merneptah's reign, circa 1207 BCE, the Israelites were already settled in Canaan. If they had already left Egypt and established themselves in the Promised Land, their exodus must have occurred much earlier, long before Ramses II's time. This discrepancy forces us to look for another pharaoh who better fits the biblical timeline. Instead of Ramses II, another powerful ruler emerges as a compelling candidate, Thutmose III. Often called the Napoleon of Egypt due to his military brilliance and vast territorial expansion, Thutmose III reigned during the 18th dynasty, circa 1479 to 1425 BCE. He ascended to the throne as a young boy under the regency of his stepmother, the legendary Queen Hatshepsut. Over time, he consolidated his power, launching numerous military campaigns that solidified Egypt's dominance over surrounding regions. His reign was marked by architectural advancements, religious devotion to Amun-Ra, and strategic warfare. If Thutmose III was indeed the Pharaoh of the Exodus, it would reshape our understanding of biblical history. His military campaigns and administrative records align more closely with the events described in Exodus, suggesting a different historical backdrop for Moses' confrontation with Egypt's ruler. Thutmose III is best known for the Battle of Megiddo, circa 1457 BCE, one of the first wars recorded in detail. His accounts carved into the walls of the Karnak temple describe his strategic genius and overwhelming victory over rebellious Canaanite forces. Could this battle be linked to Israel's struggles during and after the Exodus? Moreover, Thutmose III's religious devotion adds an intriguing layer to the theory. His name means born of Thoth, referring to the Egyptian god of wisdom and writing. This is particularly fascinating when compared to the name Moses, which bears a striking phonetic similarity. Some scholars suggest that Moses' name may have had Egyptian roots, possibly linked to the naming conventions of the 18th dynasty. Archaeological clues. The mystery deepens. One of the most puzzling details about Thutmose III's tomb is the absence of his mummy. Instead, archaeologists found the body of a much younger individual. Could this indicate that Thutmose III met an unexpected and mysterious fate, possibly linked to the Exodus narrative? Additionally, ancient Egyptian chariot wheels and axles discovered at the bottom of the Red Sea have sparked intense debate. Some researchers suggest they could be remnants of the Egyptian army that perished while pursuing the fleeing Israelites. While not definitive proof, such findings provide intriguing clues that reinforce the biblical account. Many scholars argue that Moses lived around 1500 to 1480 BCE, rather than the traditionally assumed 1200 BCE. This adjusted timeline aligns well with the reign of Thutmose III, reinforcing the possibility that he was the Pharaoh who defied Moses and suffered the consequences. If true, this would not only challenge conventional interpretations, but also reframe our understanding of Egypt's relationship with Israel. The implications stretch beyond history, offering new insights into biblical narratives, archaeological discoveries, and the evolution of ancient civilizations. As historical research advances, new evidence continues to reshape our understanding of the past. If Thutmose III was indeed the Pharaoh of the Exodus, it would dramatically alter our perspective on one of the Bible's most pivotal events. The Pharaoh who confronted Moses may not have been the one Hollywood popularized, but rather a ruler whose legacy is still being uncovered piece by piece. What do you think? Could Thutmose III be the true Pharaoh of the Exodus? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what other biblical mysteries you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching. May God bless you, and see you in the next video.